What's going on, guys? Welcome to Gridborn's Film and TV podcast. Sorry about the day off on Sunday. I didn't have not had time to record. Well, you're in for a treat because I'm making a two-part episode. Part one of, well, let's say what should I call it? Whatever you like, some stuff and the other stuff. I'll think of a name. In today's episode, I'll be reviewing the Penguin and the Incredible Hulk for Formation on the Thunderbolts, and then next part will be I'll record the Penguin episode 2, and we'll see what happens from there. So anyway, my review, non-spoiler review of the Penguin, it was good for a sort of Batman spinoff. Even though no Robert Pattinson in the mix, fucking sucks. And come to think of it, it was okay at first. Yeah, I said first. And well, I would definitely say that. Well, it was okay, but let me give you a recap of the first episode, which aired Thursday. I watched that whole thing on Friday. The confusing part is that why they had to give it to HBO instead of Max. And they had to recast John Turturro with Mark Strong. So anyway, let's get to it. And plus, I did hate the name Oscod. But let's see how it basically is. One week after the seawall explosion in Gotham City, the city experiences a severe crime wave. All rumors spread that Alberto Falcone, son of deceased crime boss Carmine Falcone, is positioned to take over the family business. Oswald Oscobb recovers a stash of Falcone's old valuables from the Iceberg Lounge, but is caught by Alberto. Alberto Oz convinces him that they are on the same side and they drink as Alberto discusses his new plan to rebuild his father's empire. However, Alberto feels compelled to believe in Oz and wants to take over his criminal operation. As he insults him and beetles Oz's ambitions, he later kills him in rage. As he leaves to dispose of Alberto's body, Oz finds the gang trying to rob the rims of his car and starts shooting at them. Only one Victor Aguilar is left behind. He forces Victor to drive him around at multiple errands. In the morning, he decides to spare his life, make him work for him. Meets Johnny Vitti, the underboss of the Falcone crime family. He is informed that Oz's drug operation will move out of the city. As despite Oz's protest, the decision is final. He is also introduced to Falcone star Sophia, a serial killer who's been released from Arkham Asylum. She dines with Oz, and she is aware that Alberto's drug plan. Later, Victor to accompany a visit to his mother Frances, where he confessed to murdering Alberto. Oz wants to leave Gotham City, but his mother tells him he needs to accept the idea of taking over the city's criminal underworld. Oz visits Blackgate Penitentiary to talk to Salvatore Maroni, the Falcone's rival. He offers to work as a double agent and help destroy the Falcone's criminal empire, but Maroni is unwilling to help, giving Oz to working for but returns the ring that Falcone had taken from Maroni as a sign of trust. Ultron is spotted by Sophia, and he is forced to flee in a car chase. He tries to ditch the henchman, but is knocked unconscious. He is taken to Falcone's mansion, stripped and tortured while Sophia demands to know about railroad. Suddenly, a car drives into the road, crashing the statue. Sophia opens the trunk, horrified. Find Alberto's corpse as an afterward payback. Venom, Oz's return to Victor having is secretly framed Maloney for Alberto's murder. And as it drinks Oz returns his plan to take over the Falcone crime family and inviting Victor to be a part of his plan, which Victor accepts. Well, that episode was okay, even though that episode got 100. Well, let's see how the rest of the series plays out for part 2 airing on Monday. And then on the next part of the show, we are going to be doing another formation of the thunderbolts. And, oh, I forgot to mention we're doing a comparison scene for Spider-Man No Way Home, our final entry for Venom The Last Dance roadmap, which I'll do Spider-Man No Way Home first. Well, even though I saw it a lot, but you people already see it. It was okay. Well, I watched both cuts, the OG cut and the Watts cut, which, while somehow I get the differences between like the last post-credit scene shows the effects of Doctor Strange's spell in, in the director's cut, and the OG has the, let's say, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer. But anyway, can't wait for Venom The Last Dance. Well, The Incredible Hulk released on well, right out a few weeks after Iron Man, June 8th, June 13th, 2008. So let's see how it goes. At Culver University, Virginia, General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross meets with Dr. Bruce Banner, a colleague and boyfriend of his daughter Betty. Regarding the experiment, Ross claims to made to make humans immune to gamma radiation. The experiment is part of World War II era super soldier program that hopes to recreate it. It fails. Exposure to gamma radiation causes Banner to transform into the Hulk. A brief periods of time to the Hulk for a brief periods of time. Whenever his heart rate rises above 200 per minute, the Hulk destroys the lab surrounding the area, killing several people inside, injuring the general and Betty outside. And others outside. Banner becomes a fugitive from the U.S. military, and Ross, who wants to weaponize the Hulk. 5 years later, Banner works at a bottling factory in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, while searching for a cure for his condition. On the internet, he anonymously collaborates with a colleague known as Mr. Blue. He's learning yoga techniques to help keep control and not transform in 5 months. After, Banner cuts his finger and drops of blood into a bottle, which gives an elderly consumer, Stan the Man, gamma sickness. Using the ball to track down Banner, Ross and the Special Forces team, led by Emil Blonsky, to capture him. Banner transforms into Hulk and defeats Blonsky's team, with Blonsky surviving after Ross explains how Banner became Hulk. Blonsky agrees to inject a small amount of serum, which gives him enhanced speed, strength, agility, and healing powers, but also begins to deform his skeleton and appears with judgment. And Banner returns to Cole University and reunites with Betty. Banner is attacked the second time by Ross and Emil Blonsky's forces. tipped off by Betty's suspicious boyfriend Leonard Sampson. God, I've been saying too fast. Causing Banner again to transform into Hulk. The ensuing battle outside the university provides full tile for Ross's forces, and they retreat. Though Berlonsky, whose sanity is flattering, attacks and mocks the Hulk. The Hulk severely injures Berlonsky and flees with Betty. After the Hulk reverts to Banner, he and Betty go on the run, and Banner contacts with Mr. Blue, who urges them to meet him in New York City. Mr. Blue is actually cellular biologist Dr. Samuel Stearns, who tells Banner that he's developed a possible antidote to his condition. As a successful test, he warns Banner that the antidote may only reserve each transformation. Stearns reveals he has synthesized Banner's blood samples, which Banner sent from Brazil, into a large supply of limitless potential. Fearful of the Hulk's power failing upon him simultaneously, Banner wishes to destroy the blood supply. A recovered Blonsky joins Ross's forces for a further attempt to take Banner into custody. They succeeded. Banner and Betty are taken away into a helicopter. Blonsky stays behind and orders Stearns to inject him with Banner's blood. As he converts the Hulk's power, the experiment mutates him into the Abomination, a creature with size and strength surpassing of the Hulk. He attacks Stearns, who gets some of Banner's blood later in a future film on his forehead, causing him and begin mutating. The Abomination rampages through Harlem, realizing the Hulk is the only one who can stop the Abomination. Banner convinces Ross to release him. He jumps from Ross's helicopter and transforms after hitting the ground. After a battle throughout Harlem, the Hulk defeats the Abomination, nearly strangling him to death with a chain, but spares his life upon hearing Betty's plea and leads the Abomination for Ross and his forces to rest. After healing a peaceful moment with Betty, Hulk flees New York. A month later in Canada, instead of suppressing transformation, he begins to transform into a controlled light smirk. Later, Tony Stark approaches Ross at a local ball and informs him that he's putting a team together. Well, even though it was a box office bomb, but it's okay. But anyway, check out the next time for the formation of the thunderbolts, where I review Captain America: The Winter Soldier. See ya, bye. And check out part 2, which is on the same episode. And part 2 of today's episode, I would also be reviewing The Penguin episode 2. And plus, for myself, I'd say what to expect for the future of television in the coming. Actually, no, I think I figured it out. Grotesquerie. Reviewing that and American Sports Story, Aaron Hernandez. So let's get to it. Well, I just watched The Penguin episode 2 this morning, which got me an hour and 5 minutes on Max. Episode 2, Inside Man, aired just yesterday. With a reception of didn't receive like the Rotten Tomato scores. Okay, Sophia undergoes therapy and suffers a panic attack after hallucinating Alberto's murder. She storms out of the therapist's office intending to avenge her brother's death. Oz visits Maroni again, who is angry over his actions. Oz defends his decisions and convinces Maroni to continue their partnership by helping with a drop shipment that'll be taken by Maroni's crew. However, Oz is surprised when Johnny Vitti appears and forces him to go in the armored truck instead of the car. Maroni's crew arrives and intercepts the truck, killing many of Falcone's henchmen. Oz barely escapes alive and claims his innocence to Vitti. However, Sophia is certain that someone within the crew is cooperating with Maroni. Falcone's brother, Luca, is brought in to take Carmine's place as the boss of the family and wants Sophia to stay out of business. Oz is called to his mother's house after his landlord reports that her dementia has been worsening. Oz refuses her to get into permanent care and keeps paying him to stay with her. After Alberto's funeral, Sophia bribes a retired GC Gotham City Police Department detective formerly on her father's payroll to investigate the heist, and the man finds Ivan, Romero's henchman, Murray's wife Nadia, assigns Oz to retrieve Ivan before they get him to talk. Oz sleeps into Falcone household, which is hosting the reception of Alberto's funeral. During this, Victor first sees a guard his car to expose his affair with Luca's wife, but is forced to flee when Falcone's bodyguard sees him. Oz finds the basement where Ivan is kept, but upon being informed by Victor that he was seen, he is forced to kill Ivan with a switchblade. Sophia and Luca find the corpse. They place the house in lockdown and force everyone assigned on the truck, including Oz, into the room. Oz plants the knives in Sophia's and forces Callisto. Sophia tries to shoot him, but Luca intervenes and executes Callisto himself. Feeling that Sophia is clouded by her vendetta, Luca decides that she'll be sent to Italy until business is settled. That night, Oz makes the grave-eyes of Iran and Callisto, warning him to stay focused or he will end up just like them. He is later called and meets Sophia at the family crypt. She asks him for partnership to wipe out the Falcone family hierarchy so she may step in and take complete control. Well, to be honest, I'd say that episode was okay. I mean, the first episode was good, even though maybe Matt Reeves should have had Batman to the mix. Okay, our next review will be reviewing two FX shows: FX's Grotesquerie and American Sports Story. And somehow, yep, I just realized, folks, that the episode reviews are not open. My bad. So Grotesquerie it is. Yeah, well, currently in the first episode and second, uh, Niecy Nash Beats continues, who's her work for, well, let's say, uh, okay, you know what? I'm got to cut this. Sorry. The plot is not working with me today, so my bad. And guess Travis Kelsey is really a bad fucking actor. So, yep, he sucks. So anyway, I'll try and make an extended episode with May to Binge be with you, the Star Wars Rewatch podcast. So thank you guys for listening and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.